What is going on, everyone? This is Max with Play by Play Tech, episode 12, and with your host, Moan Dog. How's it going?
I'm frustrated.
Oh man, I was just yeah. Yeah, usually I have a better intro for this, but yeah, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So today was the Xbox pre-orders. So Moan, were you able to get an Xbox?
Finally, let me tell you, number one, I stayed up. Well, I fell asleep, of course, a couple times, but I stayed up till like 3 in the morning, thinking that we'd have another fiasco like the PlayStation. That didn't happen, so I stayed up for no reason. So then, of course, I got up about 7:45 to get ready for work, have all my screens open so I can try to order the Xbox. And of course, when the time came, it was pure hell. I mean, Max, I don't know if you were laughing at me or not, but I was like you last week. I was completely frustrated. I didn't think I was going to act like that.
All right, all right. So we'll talk about the Xbox and then we'll talk about the PlayStation experience. So this is what Moan and I did last night. Actually, we were talking about this whole entire weekend. So what Moan and we were trying to come up with a game plan to try to pre-order this the Xbox Series X. I told Moan, from my experience from the PlayStation 5, I said this is going to be hell, and the reason being is because not only everybody who wanted to get the system, but people are using bots. And if people don't know what bots are and stuff like that, they have scripts that runs this macro that will make all these accounts for this individual person, and they'll buy all the inventory online. And then what they go ahead and do is that they'll take all those purchases and they go on eBay and sell it for 100% times the actual going value of what the system is going for. So what I said to Moan was, I said, okay, this is our game plan. Make sure we have our browsers up. Make sure we have our phone updated. Make sure we have our accounts
that
updated.
Didn't matter.
We sign into make sure we sign into every single account. So we signed into Best Buy, we signed into Target, we signed into Walmart.
And I hate Walmart. Club. I hate Walmart. I hate GameStop. Yeah.
So hold on for a minute. So we signed to Best Buy, Target, GameStop, Amazon, Walmart. I signed to Sam's Club, and I had my phone, I had my laptop, and I had an iPad, all with the browsers up. And I was like, Moan, we got to be ready for this. Make sure you have everything together. Moan just started laughing at first, and I was just telling him, I said, dude, this is going to be crazy. And he just kept on saying, like, oh, Microsoft, I had this all organized, it'll be okay, and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know. I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at other reviewers and stuff like that. Everybody said it's going to be crazy. It's going to be not as well. It was crazy with the PS5. It would be just as crazy as the PS5 or the Nvidia launch. And also, too, in another browser we had open we had the Microsoft Store open too, so we thought we was good. Right when the pre-orders hit, everything
blew up.
Browser,
everything blew up. All errors, it was just ridiculous. And I'm talking about refreshing from browser to browser, retailer to retailer, every single one. I didn't even want to use the Xbox All Access, but that never worked. That it just drove me nuts because, and then looking at all the other news articles, they said in Australia, out of the whole country, all the retailers, the Xbox sold out in 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, come on, man, And with PlayStation, they didn't really have an organized set like Xbox did. Xbox had a time, they had a date. They, at one point, they said that they would go after retailers if somebody was, idiotic and released the information early and have people buy it early. So they had it all set. And I kept telling Max, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be this one. Number one, apparently everybody has money. I don't know if it's the stimulus money that everybody still held on to until these consoles came out. No. But everybody had money. And then the Series S was actually available. And I kept looking at it and I'm like, man, I'm not buying that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not buying it.
I kept telling Moan this. I was like, start clicking on these sites, everything gonna start crashing down. So this is the funny part. So I wasn't able to pre-order the Xbox Series X, but my wife was able to get through the Target.
That's what happened
and
to
she
me.
was like, and she ran into the room. She was like, "Babe," and I was like, "What?" I said, "I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk right now because I was so frustrated." And she said, "I got the Xbox Series X." And I'm about to go ahead because I don't give a fuck. But I was like, I was just like, I was like, "You bullshitting me?" And she was like, "No, I am not bullshitting you." And I was just like, "Prove it." And so she went ahead and showed me the picture, and it said confirmation from Target is that your pre-order is going to come in between November 10th or November 11th, and they had a confirmation on her phone with the app. And they sent her the email showing that she got the pre-order for the Xbox Series X. Dude, I almost flipped my whole desk table. I was like, "Oh!" And then I text Mo. I text rest of the group on the group chat, and I sent to the picture that my wife sent me. I said, "I got the damn pre-order." I was like, "Ah!" And so I was just going nuts. And so I went on Twitter, and after I sent that text message, Mo was just so pissed. He was like, "Man, fuck this shit." He was like, "Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. What are you? I can't get in. I can't believe Microsoft."
Yeah, and I got to one point. I got to one point. I was like, "I'm gonna take this money. I'm spending it on something else. I don't care anymore." I have never, out of all the years I've been gaming since I was a baby, I have never had this issue with getting a console. I don't ever want to go through this again. I'm used to just going to a store, pre-ordering and picking it up at the store. Don't wait in line. Just go in there and grab your system and walk out.
Dude, and this is why I know that we wasn't the only one. I went on Twitter. And then shout out to Stubbs Gaming because he was supposed to be our special guest, but you know,
he got
with
frustrated.
This whole pre-order, I feel him. I don't feel like talking to anyone if I wasn't able to get that pre-order. I probably would have smashed in.
Isn't he from a different country or is he here?
Yeah, he's from the UK.
Yeah, so he was done. He told us in Discord. He was like, he's like, "My mind ain't right. You don't want me on that podcast." You know, all I can do is kind of giggle. But I felt him because I was going through the same thing. In my situation, the same as Max. I couldn't get through. Even Max, I think he told me, "Go to Best Buy. It has it right now." And I went on there, and it still wouldn't do it for me.
And this is the crazy part too. So after I was able, after my wife was successfully pre-ordered the Xbox Series X, I was like, just in case, I didn't know what was going on. I said, just in case, let me go ahead and still see if I could get in the pre-order. Xbox looked like it was letting me go through, and I was able to. I was about to pre-order it, but it wouldn't let me pre-order it because it kept on giving me an error about my stupid address, saying like your address is not located in the United States, which made absolutely no damn sense. So I couldn't even order the system. So I was just like, what the hell? Then Best Buy, for the longest time, like right when the pre-orders went out, Best Buy didn't even open up the pre-orders yet. It just kept on saying coming soon. And then all of a sudden, I think maybe it was close. It was almost close to an hour. They opened up their pre-orders. Mona and I was in line when we was trying to pre-order. And then all of a sudden, it kept on erroring out saying that your cart was empty. And we was like, what is going on? And stuff like that.
Are you talking about the one where we were able to put it in a cart and then we just couldn't cash out?
Yeah. That's exactly what. So, because what my goal was, since my wife was able to pre-order mine, I was trying to get a phone because, like I said, we live close to each other. And if I was able to get him get the Xbox Series X and stuff like that, I would have gave Mo my Xbox Series X with no problem, stuff like that. I'm not trying to scalp. I'm not trying to flip.
Yeah.
I like I said, I just want everybody to play and stuff like that. And I know Moan really wanted this Xbox. That's all he kept on talking about this whole entire past couple of years, and I felt so bad. I was like, dude, and even my wife kept on coming in and said, "Did Mo able to get it?" He said,
"Tell Lo I said thank you."
Help? Yeah, because he just kept on coming to my office, and while I was on and she was like, "Was Mo able to get Xbox?" I said, "No." I said, "Man, I feel so awful." And she said, "Well, I could try to order it on Target." I said, "No, Target got that disclaimer. You only go get one system per." One system at a time per address. And she was like, all right, I tried to look for other stuff. And I was like, I hope everything worked out. And then all of a sudden, Moan came out of nowhere and said, I got it. Yeah, I was like, how did you get it? He said, my son got it.
Yeah, I was sitting there with all hope lost, and Trayvon comes in there. He was like, Dad, I was already irritated. I'm like, what? Just like, because I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm busy. I'm irritated. And he goes, I think I got it in the cart. And I looked at it, and I saw it in the Best Buy cart. Man, you should have seen how fast I snatched that laptop out of his hand. I think his fingers was on fire.
He's like, give it to me.
And I went in there and put the card in there, and it was still hard to believe because he, right after Max told me, go to Best Buy, and I kept doing it. I kept refreshing. And then my son walks in there with it in the Best Buy cart. And I'm like, because at first I'm like, man, they just triggering my household. So no matter what laptop I get on, I can't get it. And then next thing you know, my kid gets it, brings it in there to me. And I'm like, oh, thank God. So, so it is worth getting kids.
Yeah.
For you single people.
But this is the crazy part. And this is why I got some this off at Best Buy. So they didn't do the pre-orders on time. They waited almost an hour, and then pre-orders went up, and then all of a sudden the system couldn't take it, and they stopped doing pre-orders. Then all of a sudden, I think I texted you around 2 or something like that. It went right back up. Yeah. It says, oh yeah, go ahead and pre-order the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series X. And they was letting me go ahead to pre-order, but then I was running into an error that due to high demand, we're unable to process your order. And I was texting Moan. I said, Moan, get back on Best Buy and see if you could try to get it and stuff. And then all of a sudden, your son Trayvon came in with the S on, with the Superman shirt on.
Yeah, I looked at him like
dad out.
Yeah, you know how I felt when a superhero saves somebody and they're holding you in your arms like this, and you got your hand around their neck. That's how I felt. That was that feeling right there. Like, thank you for saving me.
It was that. That whole experience was just like
it was horrible. I don't want to go through that.
And then what makes me, even with Target, even with all the stuff, is like this is pure fuckery. It's like they want. It's like they look at that, you have it in the cart, but they won't let you proceed as in making your payment, which doesn't make absolutely no damn sense. No. And this is where other YouTubers and stuff like that are saying. And I was looking at review, like people who are like diehard fans, like Moan and I, like Xbox fans and PlayStation fans. There should be like a checklist before you go ahead and be able to purchase it. Like, hey, like making sure like it's no bots. Like this should show a picture. Like, is this a bicycle? Exactly. Show me a crosswalk. Exactly. They should do stuff like that. They need to put in security controls when it comes to stuff like that. And then right when you purchase, then they'll ask you a additional question where you know that a bot is unable to answer and stuff like that, just to make sure that the person is able to pre-order.
What I read online, that they were supposed to come out with some sort of 2-factor authentication so they can avoid the bots. Yeah,
I had a 2-factor authentication and stuff like that, but that didn't work and stuff.
It was horrible.
I don't know, but this is what Xbox really should have done. PlayStation should have did the same thing too. They should go buy, if you was going to buy it on the PlayStation Store and you was going to buy it on the Xbox Store, these consoles, if you have a gamer's tag or a gamer's ID or some type of profile already preset up, buy your games already.
You should be the first ones to get it. You should be the first ones to get it. You should be
the first one to purchase it, and that will avoid the bots or avoid the scripts, because you can't make a script out of doing that. You have to make multiple accounts. And then how Microsoft does it and PlayStation does the same thing too. They have other security measures to make sure if you do something like that, they'll know it's coming from the same person, coming from the same source. That's what they should have done. Now the other stores, like the other companies like Best Buy, Target, Amazon, and stuff like that, they should have did this by people who have accounts instead of just making accounts out of the blue. Yeah. They should have had security procedures as well too, saying like, okay, this person does this and this and stuff. Let that person go ahead and get a pre-order instead of just having this bot or whatever. I keep on calling it bot. There's no way that a system could sell out that fast less than 10 minutes. There's no way.
Let me tell you no way. I know, man. Let me tell you the word. Here's what kills me about it. All of them, all of the retail stores had one iteration that makes the pre-order supposedly had ran well. So, for an example, GameStop. I think GameStop had the best setup, but it was the worst out of all of them. GameStop had it where you can get in line. I thought that was awesome. You get in line, boom, you're stuck there. Because to me, that tells me once you let me in that line, I'm guaranteed one. That's how I felt when I got in there. Then when I got in there, it says pre-orders were sold out for delivery, but you can get one shipped to the store. I'm like, cool. I went to all the stores in my area and they were sold out. And then when I finally found one somewhere in Berkeley, by me, they tell you to call the store. And I was like, oh my God, it's like millions of people calling the store right now. Why would I? And I could never get through. Then the people that make the game, Xbox and Microsoft, I went on their website. It was an error the whole time. I couldn't get into all access. I couldn't pay for it outright. And then, like Max said earlier, I can get in there. I can put it in the checkout box. I can add coupons and all this other stuff through the Honey and WikiBuy and all that stuff. And you just can't order it. It'll have an error, or it was saying something was wrong with my card. And it was just irritating me. Then it says, it would tell you something wrong with your card. And when you click on the error, sorry, it's something on our end. And I was like, oh. So then I went to Target. Target was partial. It drove me nuts. Especially for the all access. I went in there to try to do the all access for Target. It only showed the 1S, and it didn't have any other iteration of the system. And then when it went to buy, it was just like Best Buy. It had coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. I'm like, what do you mean coming soon? We're all supposed to be on the same page. But I just felt, and from my understanding, Amazon was supposed to be the best experience out of all the articles I read and the YouTubers. That's what they say. But I just feel like Microsoft should have had the portion of GameStop where you can get in a line just like you would if you were standing there, and then if the line got full, it should have said sold out and go somewhere else. I believe that all of them should have had that. Secondly, I think they all should have had the portion that Max was talking about, putting your gamer tag, putting your login. You are in front of all these people that's just trying to buy it just to buy it, because that eliminates people who's trying to upsell it. There's been, Max told me last week, for the PlayStation 5, people were selling that bad boy for about between $1,500 and $3,000 for something they paid $500 for, and it was just it drives me crazy. I don't understand how. We know COVID's going on. We know that's a factor. But if the system is not coming out for another 2 months, and I don't know how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. But to me, that tells me, trying to use common sense, that you should be able to build in 2 months enough system to ship out to everybody. Because I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the year, Xbox seemed like they were done with their console. Because a lot of YouTubers got them. And I'm not talking about the empty shell. Like Austin Evans had a full version on his, or went to Microsoft or something, and he was able to look at one and play with it and take it apart and all this other stuff. So it's been completed. So why wouldn't anybody stock this stuff up? And I know there's money in the background, some things I don't understand, stock and all this other stuff that people invest in. So I don't know. I don't know why they just didn't take the initiative, especially with people being home. Everybody is paying attention to everything online. So things that come out, webcams have been sold out almost this whole year. What's another one? Certain monitors that we want has been sold out like crazy.
Yeah,
GPUs been sold out.
Yeah, GPUs.
Yeah.
The crazy part is that since we had this COVID, this whole pandemic, everybody's been working from home or working remotely. And the thing is that a lot of people are starting to get their PC setups and stuff, and they don't want to take stuff from corporations and stuff. So they're a lot more glued in as in saying like, oh, I need me a webcam. Oh, you know what? Since I'm already at home, I might as well go ahead and start building my my computer and stuff, my gaming computer. Okay, the Xbox is coming out. PlayStation is coming out console. I said I'm not going to go to the store, so I'm going to go ahead and shop online. So it was just a perfect storm. It just seemed like everything just started to couldn't even trust the. Like I said, I couldn't trust Microsoft. I couldn't even trust Sony, and it's just like it made me so frustrated because Microsoft made fun of Sony of how they did the pre-orders, but yet you can see it was a disaster today. And that's one thing I can't say about Sony. I'm trying Sony's bandwagon, which people are upset about, but at the same time too, in retrospect, after really thinking about this and letting this sit for a minute, Sony did the things that they did, even though they don't want to admit it. Will admit it. They released those pre-orders by mistake because they want to make sure that people who are using bots and stuff like that are unable to purchase these consoles and stuff. And so that's why that's like I said, I was able to PS5. Luckily, their boy Ralph is, I don't know if he's still online on the chat session. He was able to pre-order the PS5 as well too. But it was just like it was. Don't get me wrong. Each scenario was terrible and stuff like that. How the way Sony did it, how the way Microsoft did it, even Nvidia, because Nvidia last week Thursday, I think. Yeah, I think it was Thursday, and they sold out less than 10 minutes and stuff. They sold out, and then now they're flipping it online for thousands of dollars that cost more than when the 3090 is going to come out, which doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense because it costs more than that for it doesn't even compare to the power of it.
You got a $700 GPU that's going eBay for like $3,000 or $4,000. Even I even see $10,000, and you have a 3090 that's about to come out for that's going out for $1,500. It makes absolutely no sense for people to go ahead and buy a 3080. You know, you could just go ahead and just pre-order a 3090 if you're willing to shell out that much cash for a GPU. So that was like that was an awful situation too, because I didn't get the GPU because I'm not do my PC build. I wanted to make sure that I was able to get a PS5 and I was able to get an Xbox Series X and stuff. And then I was just worried about the whole computer rig either by the end of this year or next year and stuff like that. So I was just like, that was like my goal. So I was able to get the PS5, the Xbox Series X. But man, this just...
Man, I tell you what. Like,
I'm still like on this high right now.
Xbox,
I can't believe it.
Xbox and PlayStation, I hope y'all watching this, but y'all suck at the pre-orders. Y'all suck at trying to execute. It shouldn't be this hard, especially when I've been supporting and investing in you guys. So I don't know how many years. I got a lot of collectibles from y'all, and I shouldn't have to go through this. I mean, for real. I mean, it drove me nuts. I don't ever want to go through this again, especially trying to buy a console. And then what make it so bad, I saved my money. I could have spent my money somewhere else than to deal with this. It was just ridiculous. I'm glad I got one. I feel bad for the people that didn't. Our guest host, he was very upset. He didn't want to come on the show after that. And I don't blame him. I was frustrated too. It was horrible. What the people that got it, Baron, he was kind of asking, will the PS4 games be available on PS5? It's like certain games, right, Max?
No, see, this is the part that. Here's a good. Actually, before we go and dive in, let me talk about the PS5 pre-orders. So I didn't even tell you guys about the PS5 pre-orders. So I told you I was able to pre-order the PS5, but man, that was pure luck. So when the pre-orders went, so hold on for a minute. Mona and I did the podcast on Wednesday when Sony did their showcase. Sony said, and I'm quoting this, we will let you know when pre-orders is going to be out. We was like, cool. It's like I had my browsers ready and stuff because I was thinking like Sony's going to announce pre-orders right after the showcase. I had my browsers ready. I was ready to buy the console. They didn't say anything about the pre-order. They said we'll let you know when the pre-orders is going to be announced. Then after the showcase, I think it was like a couple minutes later, they said pre-orders is going to go out the next day and stuff. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I got time and stuff like that. I'm good. So I'm about to go ahead and chill with my family my wife and daughter. Like I said, we'll just hang out. So all of a sudden, something told me, said, let me just look at Twitter and stuff like that. I don't see what Twitter is talking about. All of a sudden, I saw on Twitter, everybody said the pre-orders went out for the PS5. I looked at my wife, and this is where I started cussing. I was I was like, no,
this is not happening.
Not just go. I said, this is not happening. So I went on Best Buy. I couldn't get on Best Buy. I text the crew. I text the group. I was like, look, I said, if y'all want to get this PS5, you better get this shit right now. He said, I went on Best Buy. I couldn't get on Best Buy. Target, they already sold out. Walmart, they already sold out. Sam's Club didn't do the pre-orders until the next day. But I went to Amazon. Amazon was sold out. And then GameStop, like I said, I was so against GameStop. I was just like, dude, I said, I can't do. I said, they already probably sold out. Ralph, one of our buddies, Ralph texted, I got it on GameStop. And I was like, get out of here. So I went to try it and stuff. And I was just like, I got the pre-order and stuff. And I shared the confirmation. I screened it out and stuff like that. And I was like, because Ralph and I got the same exact bundle and stuff like that. I think people wasn't buying the bundles. People was just purely trying to buy the console.
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and bought the $800 bundle package, which I really didn't want to do. But I was just like, at this point, I really don't care. Yeah, I have no choice. I have to get this. If it's for me to get this PS5, I don't care what bundle that they're sending, that they have. I'm going to go ahead and buy it.
Right.
So I went. So for some reason and stuff like that, it let me go through the process and stuff, and I went ahead and paid it, and I got the confirmation through email. I looked at my email, and I just kept on saying that I actually got the pre-order for the console. And I was like, I kept on looking at it, because I was thinking it was just a hoax. I thought that GameStop go ahead and send me another email said, due to high demand, we made a mistake, and you don't have.
Yeah, we saw that a lot today.
The case. And that happens and stuff like that. GameStop has done that, and so every single day I check my email. I check my email account, and I check my status on stop. And every single day, it always gives me the same progress and stuff like that. And I got the confirmation from my PayPal, because I use PayPal to buy my stuff because of the extra security and stuff. So I got the confirmation from PayPal, and I got the confirmation from GameStop that I got the console. And I was just like, this is like that was like the best thing, because I really wanted to play Spider, even though I could play it on PS4. But that was
Spider-Man is PS4 game, right?
Yeah, but that was before I knew about the news.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go ahead and dive into what was the question again? It was Baron. Baron.
Yeah, people was asking.
Yeah, so Baron was asking about the PS4 PS5 games. So this is the pure fuckery of Sony. So originally Sony said that I give you a couple of examples. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales said this game can only be played on the PlayStation 5 because of what the capability of the system.
That was from the game show.
Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden they saying like Spider-Man Miles Morales PlayStation 4. I
mean, look at what we went through with Halo, right? You kind of make it the same thing. You get this, broad view of what's coming, and they start displaying this thing, and they just sweep it right from under the rug. I would never, every episode that we do until that game come out, I would not stop talking about Halo. I'm just letting everybody know that now, because that was like the most frustrating thing to me, just about next to this console pickup. When Halo got the review that it got for what it showed at the game show, and then they delayed it to 2021 after they said it's going to be Xbox Game Pass first day console pickup, I was just completely done with it. It was just, you're going to hear me talk about, you're going to hear me compare Halo a lot to a lot of the BS that we're dealing with, and I feel it's the same with the console. So Baron said, what's with Halo? So Halo has been delayed, so it's not going to be a day one console exclusive. So after they showed it, after they said it would be, after this, after that, and they got bad feedback from all of us because of what they showed, and another reason was nobody understands why they didn't recorded from an Xbox. It was done off a PC. Now, granted, Halo 5 is coming out for PC, but PC is out right now. Xbox is not. So you want to show what it can do on the Xbox and get people to buy the system more. And everybody was just a little disappointed. Everybody's not a PC gamer like me. It just rubbed everybody the wrong way. Then we got news that one of the original developers for Halo is back on the team from Bungie. So that to me tells me it's horrible back there if you got to call somebody back who helped create the game. So, and you know, what I am proud of is that they stepped up, they delayed the game, which pissed me off. But when it comes out, it better be right. I'm gonna have a problem. I'm just telling you that right now. Yeah. So, and then I think for Xbox, a lot of you're gonna get a ton of games. PlayStation just came out with the PlayStation Plus collection, so it's their Game Pass version of it. You know. Well,
no. So what PlayStation did is like, since if people have PlayStation Plus subscription, and they are able to pre-order or buy the PlayStation 5, you'll be able to play on day one, free of download, God of War, I think it was Batman Arkham Knights, and I think it was Uncharted game. It was like that, and you get to free play them for free, and you get to download it for free with I don't know if it's going to be updated graphics or not, or something like that. I don't know if it's going to run better.
Like a
they didn't really talk about the details with that, but they said those games will be free for us on day one for PlayStation Plus subscribers. So that was really, really good news and stuff, because like I said, I'm a gaming fan just in general. For them to really step up and say, hey, we'll give you these games, are award-winning games, that each game that they chose is going to be free for us to play.
Yeah.
On day one and stuff, which is awesome and stuff. So like I said, I'm really looking back on the back catalogs. And then they also said too, PlayStation said that they said the majority of all their games is going to be backwards compatible, but they never went into detail as in like if it's going to be updated or upgraded based on kind of like how Xbox Series X is talking about with their games. So we don't know that until we actually play them.
But I mean, everybody knows the reason for all this stuff, right? This helps. So remember back in the day when new console used to come out and they were only like 7 games on the shelf or 5 games on the shelf, and it's like that for months. These are good things for Game Pass and PlayStation Plus collection, because now you have a slew of games you can play. Only downfall about it is that these are games we already played. So hopefully with the new hardware and with, you know, all the new features and all that, we'll be able to integrate with these games and be able to bring you, even though it's something you played before, it still be something new at the same time. So I look at it as that aspect, but it also makes me feel like, man, but they're not going to release all the greatest and newest things that go with it for a longer time now, because it was that push to where, okay, when you bought a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox or Nintendo, it's like, hey, we only got these few, and then developers work hard and they push all these games out immediately. I don't think we're going to get that this time around. Yeah, when you got Game Pass where you have hundreds and hundreds of games, and EA is joining in on that to give you 60 more plus whatever the hundreds Game Pass got, and whatever deal that PlayStation has with whoever they're going to sign with, if they take that route. Well, and this is like a trial phase, right? I don't expect the PlayStation Plus collection to be forever. I think this is temporary until they figure out if it's going to be successful or not. So because by you telling me that, because you have all these stipulations just to have it, if it's something they're going to keep forever, it wouldn't be any stipulations. Just like the Xbox xCloud, everybody was able to download it. There was no stipulation. Well, it was in the beginning when they were doing beta and all that stuff, but once they released it, everybody was able to download it and play it, and it didn't make you feel like you had to go through this, go through that to download. You just download the app and you play the game. So I really think this is a trial phase. PlayStation is really good at starting something and not finishing it, or letting it go after it goes away for a while. But that's all big tech manufacturers. Google is the worst for it. So starting projects, they stop it. Start projects and they stop it. So I don't think it's going to be. I think that's going to be temporary until they release the games that they promised they're going to bring, and then if it's not successful, they get rid of it. They have enough games by the end, or it is successful, then they keep it and they give you more, just like Game Pass. And there'll be some real competition in that because PlayStation has a lot of exclusives, and for you to get all that stuff for free, if you have whatever the subscription service they're going to develop, I just think that's going to be awesome until Xbox come out with whatever they have.
Yeah, and that's what Sony. Because the funny thing is that they already cut their price on the PlayStation Now, so they're gonna start doing the same bit and stuff when it comes to Xbox, because they know that subscription base is going to be the next thing. It's going to be the hottest thing, period. And it's just that Sony sees it, and they going to, like I said, I really don't like him, but I like him. But he's doing it to make money, and he's going to do what it takes to make money. And I think what he's going to do is that he's going to bundle. He's going to bundle it just like how Microsoft is doing. So it's going to be PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it in such a way that we have access to it, just like how the Game Pass is. I don't know when they're going to do it, but they're going to do a beta test just like how they're doing right now. They're going to see how this PlayStation 5 stuff goes, see how many people are downloading these games that I just mentioned, the God of War, Batman, Arkham, Uncharted, and stuff like that. They want to see how those games do and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, and I glad some of this, we're starting to speak up, and they're starting to hear us. We keep on saying to them that we want higher frames per second. Is that I said we know these consoles push it and stuff like that. Give us highest frame per second. All of a sudden, Sony didn't even talk about frame rates, and then all of a sudden, when Microsoft started talking about rates, and it started to hear it from the fans, then Sony said, "Okay, now we got a performance mode. We got a graphics mode where you got the ray tracing. You got to go up to 60 frames or 120 frames, but you would just have a lesser resolution." You see how stuff like this change. So if we continually pushing these companies to give them the stuff that we want, they're gonna stop assuming giving us crap that we don't even want stuff, and that's what we got to keep doing it. And it's just like how PlayStation Plus subscription, they're gonna start changing that, because we keep on screaming why you don't have the same thing as Xbox. You guys know y'all can do it and stuff like that. We don't have a problem paying X amount of dollars. We just want to have the same subscription as Xbox and stuff. Sony is here. Sony is not dumb. They understand it, and they're saying like, okay, we'll make it happen and stuff. And they're starting to see it and stuff.
And expect subscription services to change too. I think this is a new era of subscription. I think the free games of the month is going to go away. There's no purpose for them. I don't see why they just put it on Game Pass or put it on PlayStation Plus collection. Expect the $60 price point to change. Expect games to change their price point. Expect new with this generation. Expect new. It's not going to be the same as it used to be. So just expect the higher prices. Expect the difference. Expect the subscriptions to change, and that's just how it's going to be. There's no other route to go. We're out of the old stuff now. So I mean, even time to time, Netflix changes their subscription service. So this is the time where we're going to change. I mean, there's a lot of talks about Xbox not paying the $60 a year anymore for multiplayer, and it's all Game Pass. But if they do that, if you want my opinion, expect another tier of Game Pass. Expect a $20 packet. Same thing with PlayStation. With this PlayStation collection, if it works, like I said, it's going through this trial phase. I think it's limited, if you want my opinion, because right now Xbox has been in the game too long. They had experience with it. They know what to do. PlayStation getting their feet wet, or maybe they bought an Xbox and took their pointers and played it and see what they're about. Just expect a whole different thing this year. When stuff is different, when you got to change your TVs. That's when you're expecting a huge change for whatever's coming with these generations. So, I mean, new things come out, they're more expensive. So, I'm just telling you, the consoles is, like we told you a few episodes, the console is not where it's going to stop. You're going to spend more money this time around than you would the last two generations. It's the same when we switch from, like I say all the time in the past episodes, when we went from analog and digital to HD, then consoles wasn't the only thing you were paying for. So I'm just telling you now. I will say though, majority of people have 4K 60 inch TVs. I'm sorry, 60 frames per second TVs, whether it's between 30 inches to 80. So a majority of those people will get fed. But if you want like the special features like G-Sync and high refresh rate and color accuracy and HDR and all that stuff, that's where the battle comes in. If you want to use all the features to get these new TVs, no matter what you get. So I'm telling you, just get your pocketbooks ready, especially around Christmas. You won't be catching me fighting to get anything on Black Friday, Christmas, not when there's online going on. But even online is different now with purchasing things, and everybody's working from home or don't have a job or working under the table because of the pandemic. So it's going to be hard for everybody else as well. So that's all I got on that.
Yeah. Let's answer Baron's question. He was asking about OLED versus AM OLED versus LCD.
Yep. That's
Are you talking about from a cell phone perspective, TV perspective?
I'm guessing.
Excuse me. Yeah. Are you talking about TV perspective? Because cell phones, I'm not that well versed. I mean, I know a little bit about it, but not. Well, but when it comes to TV, I'm really good at TVs.
Yeah. Cell phones is when you're dealing with AMOLED, that's usually Samsung's department. So he said TV perspective, but to finish the cell phone portion of it, when you deal with an AMOLED, it's more like a bumped up IPS display that has way more color and way better viewing angles. It just is, but AMOLED to me is only built perfectly on phones because it applies to that form factor and that size, the screen ratio and all that. But
and they don't even have the size for TV, so we had to knock that from the equation because they only have LCD TVs, and then even micro LED TVs are way too expensive. At this time. But to answer your question, in my opinion and stuff like that, people argue. I like OLEDs better. In my opinion, I think they have the best picture. However, they do have a couple of caveats. When they trying to go towards near blacks, there is a issue where the OLED doesn't do as successful as near blacks. I'm talking about like the gray and the shadow detail and stuff. LCD TVs do a way better job when it comes to that shadow detail. However, their blacks are nowhere near. I take that back. I want to say nowhere because they've been getting kind of close up, but they still not as near as. Not as close. That's a better word. Not as close as OLED blacks, because OLED they able to cut off the pixels on their screen, and when you have an LCD screen, you have a backlight behind it like a full LED array, and they only can light up certain objects on a screen. OLED they could just cut off the pixels. But going back to LCD screens, they produce really good picture. But the issues that I have with LCD screen, and I've been doing some monitoring. That depending on the TV, it's kind of like you kind of like buying a lottery. You don't know if you're gonna have backlight bleed, and that's where you look at the screen at a dark scene, or you're watching a movie and you're looking at the black bars like in the movie, and you see light that's coming from the screen itself. It's so annoying to me, and that's one thing that I really don't like LCD screen TVs. But I know they got a lot better with the higher the more you pay for LCDs. Like Samsung does a really good job when it comes to that uniformity, and Sony does a really good job as. But it's like you paying an arm and a leg to get that. And OLED has went down so much in price. That I think that's a better buy. But the issue, but then here's the people are talking about burn-ins with OLED. I never have an issue with burn-in and stuff. I don't know what people are talking about. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos stuff like that. If you watching news or you play games 24 hours per day and stuff like that, you're going to get burned in. I used to have a plasma screen TV, and I never had an issue with that. But you're eventually going to get. But what OLED does and is similar to plasma, they have image retention where, say for instance, you're playing a game and all of a sudden you cut it off and then you go to another screen that's a bright screen and you start to see like the menu, like the health bar or whatever and stuff like that, or the timing on there. That will stay on there temporarily, but eventually, after depending on the retention period, it goes away immediately. So you're never going to have it like that. I play games on my OLED all the time. I don't have a problem with it. I used to baby it, but now I just don't care and stuff. And I never had a problem with burn-in and stuff like that. So people are telling you about burn-ins and stuff. I don't see it and stuff, but it all depends on what you use. When it comes to LCD screens, LCD screens, you're not gonna have issues with burn and stuff. There's a very very low percentage point on that, but that's why people buy LCDs, because they always have OLED, always have burn in, which I totally disagree.
Yeah.
The other issue is that with LCD TVs is that the viewing angles, I don't know, it depends on your viewing angles. If you watch TV on the side, how our living room is set up, I watch movies on the side. I don't watch it directly in front of me. The picture quality doesn't look as well that, so that's kind of like another pro for it. But like I said, it's pros and cons. It's really LCD, so I really can't say. But it's just like, for me, I like the picture quality better on the OLED screen.
Yeah. So and he also asked, will Nvidia be able to buy AMD? Let me tell you something. Nvidia couldn't afford AMD, and number one, AMD has more in the market than Nvidia. Nvidia is just graphics cards. AMD is in all the consoles. They're in all your computers. They're in corporate places. They couldn't afford AMD, and AMD doesn't need Nvidia at all. So they got way more.
Yeah, they got too much in the pipeline, and they just got upgraded. And they just got to upgrade through one of the credit ratings and stuff like that. They have so many items that's in the forecast that is just, it's crazy. They're coming out with a new CPU next month. Rumor is in early October, probably, like people are saying October 8th. So you get new CPUs, you got a new GPU that's coming out. We already know that they are in the gaming console, Xbox, and the PlayStation 5, which the pre-orders, all those pre.
Yeah.
They also doing. They also in cloud. They in the servers. Mm-hmm. Amazon, Google. I believe Samsung is using them for some cloud services, and then there's other companies I can't even think of the top of my head. Not only that, they are getting an autonomous vehicle. Yeah, so it's like it's into that. It's crazy that Nvidia wouldn't be able to. I want to say Nvidia wouldn't. But it's just like AMD would just say no, regardless, and stuff. So, Nvidia won't be able to buy. I want to say won't be able to. I said AMD is just not going to let Nvidia buy them. Yeah. And then on top of that, Nvidia just purchased one of those ARMS suppliers and stuff like that. So I don't think they really focus on AMD at all. Yeah. When it comes to trying to buy them and stuff like that. But yeah, they're competitive though. But I think AMD
they have more swinging. Yeah, they have more. So I guess last of the topic is that we probably should inform you guys. Don't. Oh, that was a question. Oh yeah. So don't.
Yeah, no. That purchased that ARM. I forgot when they made the. They haven't made the official announcement yet, but it said it went through. Yeah.
So,
what were you gonna say, Mo?
Well, the last topic, we should probably just kind of inform them that about the next step for pre-orders, because they are coming. Another set of pre-orders, especially for PlayStation. So,
somebody just came in and said Best Buy for the series. Hold on for a minute. I'm looking at Best Buy right now. get pre-order the Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Hold on for a minute. Actually, hold on for a minute. I got it in my cart. Let's see if this works.
Higgy, if that's what you want to do, I say go for it, man. Go buy it.
Yeah,
take advantage of it. If that's what you want.
Okay, it said the item is sold out.
Okay.
I can't do it. I just checked on my phone.
If you haven't, just because you have it in your cart does not mean they're holding it for you.
Yeah, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Yeah, you gotta do it immediately.
Because once today is over with, that's it, and then you just gotta wait and hope that they announce another pre-order status. Well, PlayStation did announce another pre-order slew, so I think I'll hop on the bandwagon this time. I didn't too much care for the PS5 because I wanted to get an Xbox first. But I think I'll hop on the next bandwagon. And I don't think, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I said it this time and it was bad. But I'm going to try it again. I don't think it's going to be as bad again. Hopefully they figure out, how to get everything dished out to everyone. Hopefully we won't have those errors. I think there's still going to be errors. There's still going to be millions of people trying to get this thing. Just know that they're coming and be prepared. Save your money. Oh, yeah, they sold out fast. Hickey was saying.
Oh, yeah. So, it sold out immediately. I was able even the Xbox Series X, I wasn't able to get it, but shout out to my wife. Hello.
I know, shout out to the kid. He's the one that got it for me. But stay on it. If you can get it now, get it. If you want the S, get the S. I wouldn't suggest doing I tried the all access because I could have saved the money I had for the Xbox to put on the PS5 and paid it all front later on down the line, but I wouldn't go the all access route because I think that's another step because they gotta make sure you're good for it, and then all you're doing is wasting time filling out all this information and waiting on approval because they're not holding it for you. So
and then what they should have done was if over there where that wasn't going to go on pre-order like you could buy the console and just have like people who are trying to finance it. We only have this go through financing. I was going give me the Xbox Series X. I am all for it and stuff like that. Whoever wants whoever has the Xbox Series X available, like I said, I'm buying it and stuff like. Just let me know. We had almost every single browser open, and man, it was terrible. Like I said, this whole experience and stuff like that. I never had so much anxiety.
I've never went through this before. Ever with getting the console. And I used to be a GameStop fanatic, right? When GameStop was just that store to go to, and I used to get all my stuff from there. I'll be honest with you, this will be the first console that I didn't get from GameStop. I've gotten every single one of them from GameStop. And then this past generation, you're good.
Let me cut you off right quick. So appreciate you subscribing to the channel and stuff.
Nice, good subscribe.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Max got a new video too, don't you?
Yeah, we will talk about it another time. We don't have to go through it. Appreciate you subscribing and stuff like that. Thanks a lot. It means a lot to me. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your thought.
I don't remember.
You was talking about pre-orders.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, So I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Just with those pre-orders, man. I've never had to go through this before. I've gotten all my stuff from GameStop. This is the first time ever that I've not bought any of my consoles to GameStop, and every single generation that come out, I've had all the consoles at one time. That's just how I've always been. So, but this is different for me. This is I kind of feel, I don't know, because this generation from when PlayStation 4 came out all the way until the new systems came out, GameStop has been tumbling down, and it's just one of those things that I don't think I should invest in anymore. But it came through for Max, right? And he feels some type of way about it.
This is funny. I'm kind of like multitasking, and look at this on Best Buy. So Margaret said this item's for pickup at your store. Sorry about that. He said you still might be able to select. Okay, so Best Buy, just like I said, people keep trying Best Buy and stuff like that. It looked like you could pre-order it and stuff. So I'm trying to see if I could get an extra one and stuff like that, and who knows. But Yeah. To your point, yeah, yeah. Yeah. With GameStop, they just I don't know. Like, well, I have a pre-order.
They're not the same. If that's what you're trying to say.
I'll say this. GameStop a lot of crap. If they're able to go proceed with my pre-order with the PS5, I have nothing bad to say and stuff. But there was a time because I pre-ordered. Dang, this is telling my age. I pre-ordered the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 2. I pre-ordered the PlayStation 2 at GameStop. The PlayStation 3 at GameStop. No, I didn't pre-order the PlayStation 3 at GameStop. I got it at Amazon. Enough. The Xbox I got pre-ordered from during that time it was going by EB Games, and then Xbox 360. I pre-ordered pretty much almost all my consoles through GameStop, except for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox One. I think those Xbox One and PlayStation 4, because the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One I got it through Best Buy successfully and stuff like that. But yeah, it just seemed like it's a new generation. Oh, so Iggy said games PS5 for like $850. Yeah, I bought one of those bundles. I bought the $750 one, $50 one. That was the only way I was able to get PlayStation.
I hate that Microsoft didn't have that. I thought Microsoft would at least include their.
No. Xbox had a bundle. They was giving you a headset.
Where? I didn't see it in none of them.
Yes, it was. Yeah, in GameStop. If you went on there. Bundle package. It was like 3 bundle packages. One was the Assassin's Creed. It was going for $750.
And this for Xbox.
Extra. Yeah, it was you get an Xbox controller. You get a headset. I think it was the Astro or Steel Series headset, and you got an Xbox Game Pass for I think it was like 3 months or whatever it was. And then the other one was a Gears of War Tactic bundle, and then that was going for I think it was $750, and I think the Assassin's Creed was going close to $800. And then the last one was going for I think almost $900. You got an Xbox Series Elite controller too, and I forgot what game has that. So they were trying to bundle that too. I clicked on every single get it and stuff. So I was like, look at. I was trying to charge everything. I was like, charge it.
Yeah, I wish I'd have saw that, but I guess the PlayStation bundle was a little better because it was all PlayStation proprietary hardware. So I think that's a better option. I wish Xbox would have had their own headset and was it the Series S controller or you said the Elite?
It was the highest. I think it was the one that was going close to 9. It was a Xbox Elite 2 controller. I think that was a $200 controller.
Yeah.
Or I think it's $150 now, but yeah, it was a $200 controller. That's where you could switch, customize your buttons and stuff like that if you want to on the controller. And I forgot what game it was, and then it came with Game Pass with it and stuff.
Well, I hope they come out with the whole creator studio for your controllers, because I was looking at it last night when I was kind of snooping around just trying to see if the pre-doors will open up early, and I was kind of creating my own controller. I was able to put my engraving on the controller, my gamer name on there, so I hope that we can do it this time where we put my colors, my gaming name, and all that stuff on there.
Yeah, but one good thing I can say is that my current headset, I don't know about your headset, Mo, but it is going to be compatible with the Xbox Series X. Okay. So I just had to do a firmware update. So I had this headset for 2020, 3 years, 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and I loved it. I had the Astro 3 and stuff, and I love these headsets. Just to get it. But but the PlayStation 5, I did buy the 5 headset.
Yeah.
HD camera because I want to stream on it, because I'm going to stream on it on the first day, just to give you guys a heads up too. I will gonna be doing the unboxing. Moan was doing
I'm doing a live unboxing.
You doing a live one? I'm not doing a live one and stuff like that. I'm gonna set up a video and stuff like that. I'm gonna upload it on my YouTube channel. But I'm going to do an unboxing on the Xbox Series X, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing on the PlayStation 5. So guys, please stay tuned and stuff like that. I'll show you guys what the accessories that comes with the box, and then also too, I bought the camera and the charging station where you charge your controllers, and the actual headset, the PlayStation 5 headset on there. And I'll do a review and let you guys know if it's really worth it or not and stuff. Yeah. So Iggy asked a question. Coming back.
Yep. They didn't announce it yet. Yeah, they didn't announce it yet.
They said any day.
They said expect it though. Expect for it to come. So be ready now.
Yeah, they said any day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They said any day. So, and then the question is during launch, or it's probably going to come out 2 weeks after, who knows, and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know and stuff, but it said it could be any day. Microsoft is going to be doing the same thing too. They're probably going to come out with another wave of pre-orders, and they're not going to tell you until the day of. They probably going, what they're doing right now. They probably analyzing what happened and all the purchases that were valid and stuff, and they're going to try to figure out what can we do to put these type of security measures so people who are fans like us are able to purchase an Xbox or a PlayStation 5. I guarantee that's what they're doing right now. And they probably talking to these companies, these other companies too, like Best Buy, Target, and saying like, hey, for an extra security measure, can you either do this, or they might just do like a PlayStation 5. They probably just go ahead and tweet out, hey, pre-orders are out, second wave of pre-orders, and just let us know by that way and stuff. So the bots won't be anticipating it and stuff like that, so they could get all their software.
Yeah.
So that could be one way of doing it. So one thing I do want to bring up, and this is not so Microsoft bought Bethesda.
Oh, yeah, let's hurry up and talk about that real quick.
Yeah, we had to talk because we talked about.
What a awesome move from Microsoft. Dude, what a kick in the pants. Dude. Not only did they acquire some top mainstream games, they also acquired some PlayStation exclusive games. So they own some of PlayStation stuff. I was like, wow.
Dude. I keep on saying dude. This is people don't realize how Bethesda is. Every year they always have a showcase of games. There's EA showcase. Mm-hmm. There's Bethesda showcase, and then there's another company. I can't think of the top of my head.
You got Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, mm-hmm. And then there's another company. They always do a gaming showcase. Microsoft just bought one of them. let that simmer. I'm not saying it's like, it's like buying EA games and stuff, mm-hmm. like EA Studios. They own the IP. They own the developers.
They own the parent company, so everything that trickles down from that is theirs, and they get to make decision making on everything.
Exactly. and so this is the crazy part. And this is, like I said, Phil Spencer, if you're looking at this, I'm upset about the pre-orders, but hey,
what a good move.
It was a really good business. It was a really good business. Okay, let me go ahead. I digress on. I was able to get the pre-order Xbox Series X, but you got to help my friends out and stuff like that. You got to give them pre-orders too.
Please.
You listen to this Xbox, if you listen to this, listen to it. But anyway, going back to the business deal. So the exclusives that PlayStation 5 is 2 exclusive from Bethesda. I can't Deathloop, and then I can't think of the other game. I think it's Ghost of something. Yeah. But they're exclusive to PS5. What Microsoft is going to do, they're going to honor that exclusive,
and it's going to be on the Xbox.
And it's going to be on the Xbox. Eventually, it's going to be on PC. But Xbox is trying to recoup the money that they paid for buying that company. So they're gonna make money hand over fist no matter what they're gonna do.
Not only that, PlayStation is gonna be paying Xbox. What kind of move is that?
Yes, PlayStation is going to be paying Xbox and stuff. Let that sink in, people. You guys gotta let that sink in. PlayStation is going to be paying Xbox.
Good, that was a good move. So
games.
I don't know. This may be a shift now. The last generation PlayStation had it by a landslide, but this may be a shift now. I mean, it may not work out that way. We may be wrong.
But here's the interesting part, and so this is how. So Bethesda they got this Wolfenstein, the Elder Scroll, Fallout, Doom, this new game that we never heard of called Starfield. The Evil Within, and Prey. So not only all those games, all the other games that's going to be in, and the exclusives that's supposed to be going to PlayStation 5. So what Microsoft may do, they haven't said what their plans. So they may make all their games only for Xbox consoles, or to make even a power move, money, they could go ahead and say, "Hey, Sony, if you really want to get Elder Scrolls on your console, you're gonna have to
come up out that bread." Yeah.
You got to pay us. It's fair. We'll let you.
But we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. It's we'll let you have it on console, but you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we gotta leave you with this, guys. Our time is up.
Our time is up. So we'll go ahead. Podcast. Icky. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird as fuck.
So
yeah, it's weird because the thing is that PlayStation is paying Microsoft for their games. Yeah. So let that sink in. We'll talk about a little bit more on our next podcast next week.
Yeah.
But just want to say thank you everyone for joining and stuff like that. If you didn't get a chance, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up on one of my videos. I greatly appreciate it. I usually do new day, and we do a podcast every Tuesday.
Yep, every Tuesday at 5:00.
Yeah, and then subscribe to Moan Dog Gaming. He does stream. Well, you changed your schedule up now.
Well, yeah. So, my schedule now is... Well, I just changed it again, and the reason why I did that is because I'm in school. So, you guys forgive me for all my schedule change. I'm trying to align it with school and doing my homework and also streaming on certain days and also giving you this podcast at the same time. So, but... my new stream now is Sundays and Wednesdays, and then that gives me the rest of the week to focus on school and do what I need to do. Me and Max, we still always got to do content creating in the middle of the week, so sometimes we're up late at night trying to do that because we have families, we have kids. So it's a lot to do this, especially when you're not getting paid for it, but hopefully one day it'll work out. So my stream will be this Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Secondly, I have a special event stream coming up. I will create it hopefully tonight or tomorrow. I am going to be playing the Super Nintendo, and I will be playing Turtles in Time. And hopefully I can get Max in there to play with me. It's going to be multiplayer. So we'll see. If not, I'll be playing it by myself. Yeah. I hope you guys join. But it's going to be completely awesome. It's going to be multiplayer. It's going to be fun. So tune into that. I'll have it on my page. Maybe I'll send the information to Max. He'll put it out there for you guys on his channel or whatever. But look forward to that. I'm ready to have fun. That's going to be on the 30th. So, which is one of my streaming days. So I'm going to give up one of my streaming days for this event so I can still focus on school and, all those things. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing all this content creating, promoting, and getting you guys to join and loving us. And we love all the comments. We thank you guys and just all that good stuff. We're going to keep coming with the content. We're not going to stop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hope everyone have a good one and take care.
Yep. See you guys.
All right.